All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw the Tigers pull off the reverse sweep versus the Blizzard in our first matchup of tonight's primetime Saturday. And earlier on in the day, of course, with Jay and myself, it was the Puffins versus the Flames. The Flames took that one clean 4-1. The Puffins able to battle back. But before we talk about this Wolves versus Hurricanes matchup, we're going to go ahead and draw the giveaway that we talked about. It's a $10 Steam PlayStation giveaway. And I don't know if we have a drum roll sound effect, but if we have that, we should play. There we go. El Fuego Rojo, congratulations on winning your MLD $10 Steam giveaway. I presume you should just PMJ because, you know, he knows what he's doing a lot more than I do. So make sure you get in contact with him to go ahead and claim your prize. Congratulations. Now, Jazz, let's go. Jazz?
Jazz. What?
Jazz, let's go ahead and talk about You got me. Let's go ahead and talk about this Wolves versus Hurricanes matchup. It's going to be Rapid Champion versus and Josephus versus Big QRL and Sci-Fry.
Yeah, a lot of predictions around the league, especially in fantasy, and I think me behind the goal. If Jay let me have time to answer that, I don't know. We were kind of zooming. Have been focused on the Hurricanes winning this one. It's pretty projected. They've been doing very well, and they're looking to get a big win to advance their standings in the Tropic Division. They're only second to the Flames, so they want to kind of close that gap as much as possible. The Wolves, however, they need this win very badly, second to last in the standings and throughout the entire league. And last in the division, looking to make a comeback right now is the time to do it.
Yeah, talking about projections, the courtesy of again, our resident MLD stat taker, Inanimate J, 85% chance to win projected by you guys who play the MLD pick'ems for the Hurricanes. That leaves the Wolves 15%. So, I mean, we thought last game was going to be David versus Goliath. Boy, is this one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the Wolves, like we said, they need to get a win. Using Rapid Champion and Josephus, a pretty good roster for them. But we'll have to see because the Hurricanes, Sci-Fi and Big QRL, they're pretty good in their own right. Sci-Fi, again, he's sporting that Merc that I've seen him use before. Big Q coming out with the Octane as we get right into this one.
Game number one, another set of 5. The last match of Saturday's primetime action here on MLD, and Sci-Fry just absolutely going to get walked right through. Is this one out towards the middle on target? It's a little slow. Big Dog just going to make it. Or Big, I can't say Big. Oh, man.
It's Big QRL.
But why is it Big?
Just call it Big Q. Big Q.
I blame PlayStation. This is their fault.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
I hope they're coming with something that can change names. Hopefully that's right. Who knows?
Nobody knows, Daz. Sci-Fi to himself and going to be just wide. Game number one, a pretty quick start here for the Canes as Josephus trying to drive this ball down the side of the pitch. Rapid Champion slowly behind him. Of course, Rapid Champion and Big Q, the team captains of their respective teams, and we'll have to see which one comes out big today. As Big Q through 2, is it on target? The roller. How about the third touch? Oh my goodness.
What a third touch. Excellent recovery here from Big QRL. He gets it past Rapid Champion. Then with the flick, gets it past Josephus. He gets popped up, but Josephus cannot get there in time as Big Q. He still keeps boosting. He's making sure that one's going in. 1 on the board for the Hurricanes.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Big Q, and they start off game number one in a beautiful fashion. Josephus just a little tardy to that ball, going to deny that corner boost as well. Rapid Champion, not the best clear, but does have a second chance, secures his own corner boost. Let's see how he touches this one. Actually get a little bit above the ball. It will go right down to Big Q. It's going to bounce hard off the back wall. Very tough clear for Josephus. Right through him. Can he recover? Cannot. It's going to roll out into the corner, and the Hurricanes will have to wait a little bit longer to perhaps have another chance at the net.
Yeah, the Wolves, though, looking at them from their end, pretty aggressive in terms of offense. They were aggressive early on the start. They have to make sure that they're playing their own game, though, and not the Hurricanes, because they've been caught out time and time again, and Big Q won't take any. He scores when he has a chance.
Yeah, cut out time and time again is right. It all actually goes back to Josephus. He was challenging Sci-Fi and Big Dog all the way back on that green half of the pitch. He had no boost when he did it, so a super aggressive challenge took him way out of position. It was a very long drive back to his own net. Sure, he found boost, but too much space to cover, and they unfortunately concede the second goal. Big Dog towards the net, just kept out.
Yeah, a lot of pressure coming out from the Hurricanes early, especially from Big QRL. 3 shots, one of his goals assisted from Sci-Fi. They're trying to put as much pressure on the Wolves early, get a strong lead, hold it on. Wolves need to be more comfortable on the Hurricane side of the field. The problem is just getting there and staying there. Oh, that was a nice shot from Rapid Champion.
Beautiful save from Big Q as well. It's a race to the ball, and Rapid Champion, the team captain, going to sweep this one away from out in front of the net. 1-on-1 with Big Q. An awkward cut to the right, gives him a little shunt, and will throw it right back into the corner for himself. The 1-2 touch actually comes up empty, and Sci-Fry a chance to clear for the Canes.
Joseph is very far forward on that last offensive play by the Wolves. Has to be careful, especially with Sci-Fi.
Oh, what
he
a
has
float.
that Merc. That's a lot of power. Wow, Rapid Champion makes a save.
Oh,
he tries to send it in front. Can Big Q get there? Oh, he pinches it off the post. Far down and in.
Man, Rapid Champion just able to keep that one out. Actually tipped off his car right there, too. So close.
Oh, my goodness.
Literally pixels away from tapping that one out, as Big Q did pop it off that lip. Tough break for Rapid Champion. A heroic effort in front of the net, but in the end, not quite enough. And Big Q, just past halftime, he's found his hat trick. We're only in game 1 of the series.
Yeah, Big Q doing a great job following up off of Sci-Fi on that last play. And we talked about the Wolves putting forth a lot of effort, but just not quite there to make the touch that can save the day. Very unfortunate for them. They have to start to focus on getting back on the offensive side of things, though, because they're running out of time if they want to tie this matchup.
Big challenge from Big Q. Sci-Fi going to be there to meet it. Doesn't quite get behind that ball cleanly. Can only tap it into the Wolves' corner. Chance to clear for Rapid Champion up the sidewall. Needs Josephus to be there. There he is. Slow roller towards the net. No problem for Big Dog. Out from the side of the pitch towards the center of the net. Right over Josephus' head. The lead extends to 4.
I was watching Josephus' camera on the play. He wanted to get back as quickly as possible. Didn't think Big Q was going to take that off of the bounce. Thought he was going to roll it in. So was positioned for that. Big Q positions the shot behind Josephus to where he has to feel his back foot because he has no boost to be able to make a backward save.
Again, a kickoff in favor of the Canes. Pass off the back wall. Fries right there, met by Josephus. Back wall, slowly. Nobody there but the Wolves, as I say that. The big Merc coming barreling out of the midfield. High off the back wall. Josephus has to go and get this one. Will win the challenge, and Big Dog actually has a little bit of space to work with. Maybe puts a little bit too much on it. Rapid Champion right there for it, and thankfully they have a chance to recover on defenses again. Sci-Fry diving out from off screen. Josephus on the rotate back now. Tries to take it back towards his own half a little bit. The back wall. Rapid Champion, that is not what you want to do. Big Dog can't quite come up with it, and Josephus thankfully able to come up with the clear. Boost deny out of the way by the Hurricanes, however, and boost might become a problem here shortly for the Wolves. Big missed touch. 50 boost to work with. Soft tap going to be kept away by the Canes as they throw it back off the back wall one more time.
And you can look at the rotations. They're absolutely fine with just playing that midfield and just sending the ball back and forth to the Wolves zone. If they can starve them out, which they've been doing in terms of just making sure that they have as little boost possible, they've literally ran out the clock, been able to hold a 4-0 lead in this match.
Nice high flick off the corner towards net. Going to be off target, however, and Rapid Champion. A bit wider of a circle than anticipated. Josephus, one for the road. Going to get shut down. The Hurricanes shut out the Wolves here in game number 1. And what a show by Big Q and Sci-Fry.
Yeah, I mean, I start watching it and then realizing where the score is kind of tells the tale for this match, where although you can see it, you won't really know until you look at the numbers, but the Wolves, they were just backed up into their own zone, and even if they were on offense, it was like they were playing the Hurricanes game. They were doing everything the Hurricanes wanted them to do. Rapid Champion had the ball on the dribble, but yet again, he's dribbling it off to the side because he's trying to avoid clashing with the Hurricanes member. He had opportunities where all he had to do was just send the ball straight, but he was still focusing on where the Hurricane members were going, so he ends up knocking it off to the side a couple of times. There was just no idea of control coming out from the Wolves in that series, and without that, they weren't able to put any points on the board.
Yep. Ball control, definitely the name of the game. Wolves going to have to work on that a little bit. We saw plenty of it from Big Q. Did a heck of a job remaining in possession through some very difficult challenges out of the midfield. It's now Rapid Champion. The field side flip man and the first offensive possession of the game gone by the wayside, trying to delay Sci-Fry. Cut one towards the top of the box. Big Dog off the back wall to himself. Down and under, and Josephus, the Octane, just able to get in the way.
Yeah, and that's a nice shot from Big Q as he goes up and he sees someone's already jumping, so he tries to send the ball low, but yet still, Rapid Champion and Josephus kind of position himself to fill in at any hole. So great defensive save. They do not want the Hurricanes to score this early on.
Just over 30 seconds elapsed here in game 2. Josephus, ooh, probably should have taken that one on a dribble. Just gave it away to Sci-Fry, trying to get the touch. It actually goes off the post and in. Sci-Fry starts off the Hurricanes.
And this is what I talk about when I'm saying they're playing the Hurricanes game. So Sci-Fi already gets a pop-up. It's on target. Rapid Champion waits, and then he jumps up when Sci-Fi goes in for the aerial. Sci-Fi is nowhere near the ball, but Rapid Champion thinks that he is, so then he ends up just flipping out of, I guess, anticipation that his opponent's going to hit the ball, and it actually throws him out of a worse position when he could have had a relatively easy clear.
Tough field side flips man. Josephus can't quite come up with it. Sci-Fry off the back wall, going to leave it for Big Q. Down the side of the pitch, Josephus trying to remain in possession of this ball, take it with him into the corner this time around. Does look like he secured his own corner boost, and now Rapid Champion on a dribble, 1-on-2, goes through them both. It's a great bounce into the middle of the pitch. Josephus skies it high. Tough break for the Wolves. They needed that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Josephus was ready, almost just too ready, as he put a lot of power behind it and then sent it high, just a little bit over the crossbar. It bounces right out. Very unfortunate, but if he can keep that up, he'll be able to knock one in. That was a great opportunity, and they made the most of it, just a little bit off target.
Long clear downfield by Josephus, no problem, and turned away into the corner by Big Dog. I hate that it says Big Dog. I hate
It's like Big Dog all series.
It's just because it's there. It's just what I read, man. He's getting into my head, and Josephus can do it too as he floats it through 2 defenders.
Yeah, this is a great shot from Josephus. Again, as long as he's able to keep sending these shots on target, which he does. This one's high, but there's enough space to where the ball just arcs into the net over 2 members of the Kings. That's going to be the first goal for the Wolves this series, and that's a tying goal.
Very much needed goal for the Wolves. Josephus now onto the back wall and take that corner boost to the Canes. Missed the centering opportunity, and the follow-through from Rapid Champion. That's a big overcommit because it wasn't a cleanly gained possession, and Big Q says, I mean, if you want to give me one, I'll take it.
Yeah, you look at the play and positioning from members. Josephus is still high on the defense's back wall, the Hurricanes, I should say, back wall. So Rapid Champion, if he misses that touch, which he did, that's a wide open net for the Hurricanes to score through. And Big QRL has the ball landed right in front of him with an open net. It's an easy goal for him.
Easy goal is the right way to put it. Sci-Fry slowly out of the midfield. Josephus tries to set one up for Rapid Q. Not going to happen. We'll have to cut one down. It will take a nice favorable bounce. Get the right side of it. Can't find it. And again, the equalizing goal off a decent opportunity gone by the wayside. Josephus so patient out of his own corner. Tap back to Rapid Champion. This time again on a dribble. Quick aggressive challenge by Sci-Fry. That big Merc, so tough to get it around on the sidewalls. And that's one of the areas I really feel like that Merc excels, because like the Octane and all the really tall cars are so good on the wall because there's only so many ways you can touch it when you're against the wall.
And then when you have that Merc, it's just it's so much power, and then the hitbox is so large, you're going to win most 50-50s out of it. It's just, I mean, I feel like it's not underrated because James Bond uses it all the time. But
he uses the Merc and he's a bumper jumper.
Yeah, easy, right? But in a league like minor league doubles, if you are a Merc user and you know what you're doing, it can prove very advantageous. And there's 2 Merc users on the Hurricane squad, but the Octane user, Big Q, almost comes up big, scoring almost their 3rd goal of the match. Almost.
2 big saves by Josephus to keep the deficit at 1. This Big Q over both of them. Shut up, Jazz. It's not fun. No, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Rapid Champion against his own back wall. Sci-Fry applying a lot of pressure. Tap down to the top of the green box. Big Q got a lot of time and a lot of space to work with. Just going to launch it back downfield. Bit of a mistake, I feel, as he had a chance to clear the ball. Big mistouch. Rapid Champion has pretty much anywhere he wants to put it, and he doesn't put enough pace behind it. Big Q will tap that away.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to make the shot. Ends up putting it in a good spot, just not enough power behind it. Moves a little too slow, gives the defense enough time to make the play.
The final 40 seconds here in game number 2. Rapid Champion and Josephus have at least figured out Sci-Fry and Big Q a little bit. It's a much closer game than game 1, and more importantly, they've put one on the back wall, but if they want a chance to keep the series competitive, it's very tough to come back and win 3 in a row. We saw the Tigers do it, but reverse sweeps, not something you come across every day. Josephus, the back wall, follow through. Big Q right there to meet him off the back wall. The final 10 seconds remaining. Off the top ball, Rapid wants the lower right-hand side, just missed it. Sci-Fry needs to get this into the corner. Missed touch again off the post, and the Wolves again denied at the brink by the Hurricanes, and the lead in the series goes to 2 for the green team.
Yeah, so close. Josephus, if he was just sitting there and not following Rapid Champion, the ball would have been right out in the center to him. It would have been an open net, would have been able to make the tie. Very unfortunate. Put all their eggs in one basket off the Rapid Champion touch, and it just goes off that back wall. And the Hurricanes are going to be, like you said, they're up in the series 2-0. They only need to have one more. The Wolves, though, I feel like I'm starting to see a trend where Josephus, the only thing that worked for the most part on their offense is Josephus can boom the ball through midfield and get it off of the backboard, or just he's the one who can center it from just being able to boom it so well. If they could follow it up, have Josephus boom it past the defense, Rapid Champion coming up and make a shot, that might be the formula they need, but that's going to be tough to execute time and time again. Either way, we're going to have to see. If we're seeing a reverse sweep, it's going to have to be now.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to the effectiveness of the clears out of this Wolves crew. Rapid Champion has shown he's got a little bit of dribbling prowess. He's been able to go through 1 or 2, not overly dangerous, but they do have a couple options to clear the ball. As this one out into the middle of the pitch, wants the left side of the net. Be off target, tough break for the Wolves once again. High off the back wall, the quick U-turn, Rapid just off the top of his car. As he got a little too far under it, and the clear comes through for the Wolves.
Yeah, lucky clear for the Wolves. Josephus didn't have boost at the time, so Rapid Champion had to make the save. And again, here he is on the ball. He has to be able to control it to get it past the offense. They're looking to make something happen, but it gets cleared out.
Rapid Champion, a little bit of space to work with. Maybe caught a little bit too much of that ball behind it. And we'll have a chance for Big Q to come up with the possession. We'll scamper on back to his corner. Josephus with some space to work with. Pass towards the top of the box. Rapid got a little bit too antsy. Came a little too close. And again, a chance to stop the clear by the Hurricanes gone.
Yep, and now the Wolves, again, they have the footholding on offense, but like you said, they get a little too antsy. For example, we have Josephus and Rapid Champion there. They're pretty close to each other. If Sci-Fi gets that boom, which he does, it's already, like we see, over both members of the Hurricanes. That's a tough touch from Josephus to keep the ball in the way. Is that going in? That's going in! Hello!
My goodness. Josephus just sits on top of this touch from Big Q. He says, yeah, I know what you're doing. Maybe just a little bit too early on the flip from Big Q. If he would have got his car positioned more vertically, more designed as a challenge instead of trying to go past that defender, could have worked out better for the Hurricanes. But Josephus in the right spot at the right time and executes it well.
Yeah, this is the first time, I believe, in the series we've seen the Wolves scoring the first goal of the match. Now it's going to be their job to hold it. And if they keep pressuring the Hurricanes like they've been on offense, they definitely could do so.
Sci-Fry giving Rapid Champion a little bit of harassment as they dance around the side of the pitch. Big Q by himself in the corner. Josephus clear downfield. Actually just off target. Great high bounce for Rapid Champion. Just comes up empty. That's twice now he's had that opportunity. And Sci-Fry with the breakaway. Doesn't get the side roll. Big Q coming in. Really aggressive and needed that touch, as that could have been disastrous for the Hurricanes. You commit so heavily for a ball like that. You actually have a chance to stay on the offensive.
That's a lot of trust, especially put into a teammate, being able to come and make tough touches during a very tense moment. The Hurricanes don't want to give up another goal, but they're trying to put as much pressure on offense as they can. There's a play out, but it's going to go wide based on what the Wolves can clear, which they've been doing a good job at. We're approaching the halfway point now, and they still held on to their lead.
Big Dog, so patient out of the midfield. Ooh, just gonna get rolled into by Sci-Fry. A huge double commit, and they will have to back off, let the Wolves try and clear this ball. Just out of reach, however, they're not doing the best job of keeping the ball close on these clears, so it's making it tough for the Wolves to stay in possession. This time around, they've got it on a dribble up and around the side wall, high off the back wall. Rapid Champion lurking on the other side, trying to find a challenge, and Big Q come up with the touch.
Nice save from Big Q. Good props also from Josephus. He's been able to set up the ball time and time again, looking to see if he can do that consistently and Rapid Champion can come up. Then they could turn that into yet another goal, extend the lead of the series. You don't want, although a 1-goal lead is good, the other team has to score to tie it up. It's not necessarily a comfortable space.
Yeah, definitely not. Would certainly love to have that big insurance goal if you're the Wolves guy, especially being down 2-0 in a series. And off the back wall, Champion can't reach it. Big Q has the angle cut already. There's one more time out into the center. Champion can't find that one. Sci-Fry wasn't able to come up with a touch. And again, Champion going for the block comes up empty. Big Q out of the corner, right into the net. Rapid Champion, right place, right time, finds the clear. Sci-Fry trying to half flip back in the net, and thankfully going to get bailed out by the team captain. But boy, what a save.
Yeah, that was close. Big Q almost being able to score off of that 50-50 pinch. Rapid Champion jumps up, presses, well, I was going to say X, but it could be A. Oh, he almost ends up scoring as well. He's moving much faster, reacting faster, and it's saving the Wolves right now.
Wow, the air dribble actually got through. Rapid Champion, nets open, back wall just high. Rapid Champion thankful that he didn't have to make a touch on that as he missed it. Tough break for the Canes. This one out in front. It's a race. Still can't get it in. Rapid Champion having a heck of a time trying to find the back of the net. There. Will not do it either. Throws it off the post again. And if you're driving a Dominus right now on this pitch, you are upset. That's like 6 in one game.
Yeah, Josephus, like I said, you still have to give props to Josephus because he's been able to set up Rapid Champion so many times. Being able to center it, it's just a matter of him getting to the ball. No, wait.
Can they get it? Sci-Fry? There we go. I mean, Rapid Champion's had a heck of a time trying to put the ball in the net, but he's done a brilliant job keeping the ball out. The Wolves were able to tie the series up at 1, and what an adventure it was for these guys.
Yeah, so many close opportunities for them to be able to extend the lead. But I would say regardless, these guys are happy with their 1-goal victory. They've, like we said, if this is time for them to be able to reverse it, it's now. The series is 1-2. And the Wolves did actually shut out the Hurricanes in this matchup. They didn't let them score at all, which is kind of a big thing to point out.
Yeah, they were very lucky, though. That 0-second opportunity from the Hurricanes definitely weighing heavily on their minds. And they should be thankful they find themselves not in overtime. And game number 3 underway, the kickoff between these two squads once again. And whoever puts this one has a pretty good chance coming out on top in the series. Aggressive out of the midfield is Josephus. The net is wide open, takes his time, and it still goes wide. The post, the bar, can't find that touch. It's a tough day for the Wolves if you're trying to tack on or put one in.
Yeah, definitely it's a tough day for them, at least on the offensive side of things. Still been able to hold out, again, on defense. Haven't conceded a goal just yet, but we're still in the first 30 seconds of this matchup. So as things move on forward, we'll start to see some.
Rapid Champion, that's a great centering pass. Sci-Fry actually gave ground as he was reversing when he jumped, and huge missed opportunity again. But the challenges out of the midfield have been pretty spot on here at the start of game number 3. We're just past a minute. We're about to get there, and they've spent a significant portion of that time on this green half of the field. Weak clear downfield. Rapid Champion actually in a weird spot on the side wall. Can only keep it on his own half and trying to tap it away from some defenders. Cuts right. Rapid Champion on the dribble. One-on-one. Cuts to the right again, and this one tapped away. Big Q just able to get the nose on it.
Yep, great job from Rapid Champion on the dribble. He still is able to bring the ball downfield, and that's where I feel like the low score line from last match went, because the Hurricanes couldn't make anything happen on offense because the ball was on their side of the field for the majority of the time. Josephus and Rapid Champion have been doing a great job with passes, but this pass from Josephus doesn't reach Rapid Champion. It reaches Big Q.
Yeah, that's there's no analysis needed beyond that. Just needs to make sure he gets this clear either out into the midfield, like the center of the field, or out into the opposite corner. And, you know, you go halfway in between, you put it in the middle of your box, and it's going to find the back of the net almost every time.
Yep,
Big Q. Oh, wait, what?
Oh.
He missed a touch, and that is going to be a boomer big dog from the middle of the box. Says, thank you very much. I'll take the 102 kph.
Yep, and I was gonna say now the Hurricanes come out with a lead for the first time in just a match. This is their first goal of the series. We're now second as they've scored 2 back-to-back. Last match was 1-0 with the Wolves leading. This is going to be a tough one for the Wolves to be able to score yet again because they've had a lot of chances in the past 2 matches. They just haven't been able to knock anything down.
Great Adam. Rapid Champion able to clear that one away, but like you said, I definitely agree with you. There's been a lot of missed opportunities, even just in the beginning of this game. We're not even at halftime, and it feels there's been 3 or 4 times the Wolves could have found the back of the net, and it's just a matter of they can actually get there. They've been oh so close so many times going back, and here's another one, and again off the bar. You have got to be kidding. You have to be kidding.
It looked as if it was a wide open net. Rapid Champion, only one who can make that touch, and it's a goal off the crossbar. And then right after that, on the next drive, Big Q scores. He has that trick.
It is brutal if you're the Wolves right now. Just absolutely brutal. Post, bar, missed touch, post, bar. What do you have to do? You don't know, but you would love to find the back of the net once. Here's a touch for the kickoff, and unfortunately that one going to be off the back wall as well. This one, again, kept away by Big Q. We are about to reach halfway of game number 3, and it has been a story of heartbreak on offense all series long if you're the Wolves. This one at the top of the box. Big Q tap backs to side fry, intercepted. The pacing and spacing not quite right for the Hurricanes. This one goes barring in. Rapid Champion says, finally.
It got to the point where I was curious to see whether or not the Wolves could buy a goal, and they finally get one. Rapid Champion, he's had the shot before, but this time he realizes, okay, let me place this ball right, hits it into the top mid section of the ball to send it down, like you said, bar and in. And the Wolves, they're down by 2. If we see them tie it up, it'll be I want to say the drive of the century, but
now they got plenty of time to do it. It's honestly just a matter of can they find the back of the net. They've had plenty of opportunities, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they were able to tie it up. It's just a matter of does the ball go into the green net. It's Big Q now on a clear. It's actually a long drive back for Rapid Champion. Doesn't have much boost to work with. Just able to secure his corner boost. Trying to get that infield passing play going towards the center of the pitch. It's going to bounce right back out. Double commit. He will fall back down to the ground. And again, Rapid Champion off the nose comes up empty. And it will go back under the Wolves' corner.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for them, especially if they're not going to be able to get too many, if they're not going to be able to land too many shots. Every opportunity counts for them, and they know this. It's just kind of getting down when you have that opportunity to just focus and make your shot, which has been basically the name of the game for them. They have the pressure. They have literally everything else. It's just sitting the ball in the net, and they still can't do it.
Still can't do it is right. Big Q out of the midfield, can't get it through Champion. It's going to be a one-on-one. Passes it right to Sci-Fry, who's going to rifle one towards the net and just off target. My goodness, the Wolves very thankful that this game still has a chance to go their way. Josephus now back on their own half. Big Q just waiting for that touch. Josephus this time around clears that ball effectively off the back wall out into the center. Steals the boost as well. I shouldn't say steals, secures is more like it. It's going to roll out into the middle. Rapid Champion a little bit too close. Follow through going to be from Big Q. Josephus back to his own side. Shut down immediately. Rapid in his own corners. Got a little bit of space to work with. Out towards the center. Sci-Fry right there. High off the back wall. Josephus can only watch. It's an awkward challenge. He's a little bit late. Big Q already on top of him. Take that Wolves corner boost as well. Going to need to find the back of the net twice. They want to go to overtime, and boy, have they struggled this game. Time after time, just cannot find the back of the net, and that will do it. Big Q just gently taps one into the center of the net. The lead extends to 3, and that will wrap up game number 3 in favor of the Canes.
Yep, absolutely will. Is this game 3? Yeah, this is game 4, right?
No, this is 3. Oh, is this game 4?
Because didn't the Wolves win the last one? Yeah, they were up 2-0 and the Wolves won the last one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is game 4. My mistake. I can count. I promise. Caster math is hard, guys.
I mean, we've seen you do it, though. You do a good job.
When I've got the numbers right in front of me, sure, maybe. But the Hurricanes kind of cruise into game number 4. But boy, that is this
That's
score
tough.
line
That's
does
really
not
rough.
belie how close this game actually was. The
No.
Wolves were literally that close to easily going into overtime or maybe even winning the series, because if they put those balls in the back end of the net, so many breakaway chances that the Hurricanes had don't happen. And it has just got to be a pit in the middle of your stomach if you're wearing blue.
Yeah, honestly, because we saw throughout the entirety so far of this series the Wolves do a phenomenal job bringing the ball up the pitch, controlling the ball in midfield, getting the ball around the defense that is the Hurricanes. There's only 1 second, literally 1 or maybe even 2 seconds, where all they have to do is hit the ball forward, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. They can't do it, and then Hurricanes recover. They're like, okay, breakaway opportunity because you guys just double committed and missed, and then we're gonna score, and it happens over and over and over and over again. And I'm so sad because they could have won, and it's just so unfortunate.
Could have had a tight game 5, but now it's damage control right at Josephus. The final 5 minutes underway here between the Wolves and the Canes. Wolves have secured a victory. The Wolves definitely going to know what to work on for next week, that making sure they get those balls on target. But we'll have to see if they come out on top, get a little bit of honor back, and at least make it a 3-2 show. It's a big missed touch by Rapid Champion, and now it's a 2-on-0. Sci-Fry out to the middle. It's actually just going to go right in. The first one to the Canes again.
Yep, breakaway opportunity again. The Wolves on the back end trying to recover in time. Josephus goes for an early challenge, and then once Sci-Fi gets it past him, it's an open net, redirects the ball in nicely.
Rapid Champion and Big Q going to be going for the kickoff. Skies high up towards the side of the pitch. Josephus, so patient. Sci-Fry a little bit more aggressive, going to be the one to come down with the touch. And actually another missed touch, and this is mercifully wide for the Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely. Sci-Fi almost off of the challenge, able to knock the ball in. Fortunately, goes off to the side. But Hurricanes still maintain control. They've already secured the first goal within the first minute. Looking to secure the next one. Can Sci-Fi get there? He gets it past Rapid Champion off of the sweet pass from Big Q.
Yeah, that is the right way to put it. Sweet pass. Just read the bounce well off the back wall. Didn't try to do too much with it. Didn't try to put it in or get a little bit of a weak touch out into the midfield. Just said, hey, just hit it off the back wall. Get it out to my teammate. Use the pitch that you have around you, the space, and know where your teammates are, and you'll be successful. Big Q exhibits all of those properties just well. And dandy. They come out with a 2-0 lead in the game number 5. Make that 3. Does it himself out of the corner this time.
Yeah, Hurricanes already starting to break away with this one, just full-on aggression after they've realized that they've taken the series. Big Q, quick shot, gets it over 2 members of the Wolves to secure the 3rd goal for the Hurricanes.
A good show so far. Sci-Fry has definitely put up a solid defensive performance, able to come up with a couple of big challenges all series long, and Big Q definitely being the big offensive force for these guys. And of course, Josephus and Rapid Champion have just struggled to find the back of the net. They've been right on the money so many times, except the money is placed like maybe a penny's width too high or too wide.
Yeah, that's really the name of the game in terms of the Wolves offense, where they've had the opportunity, they just haven't been able to knock it down. But honestly, if there was anything that the Wolves would need to improve on, this would probably be one of the easiest things that they can improve on. Plenty of trainer packs available that just focus on shooting the ball into the net, into the wide open net. You just have to do those multiple times. Then
is it really the empty net though, Daz? Is it really?
I mean, empty net, empty door. What do you want to call it?
There we go. Thank you.
I got you, girl.
As we are about to reach halfway in game number 5, that's actually still a fairly close match. The Wolves just need to get that possession going that they had in games number 3 and 4. And that one is just over the head of Josephus, or Sci-Fry, my mistake. That orange fez lurking ominously at the top of the box. And this time, now he's ready for the touch off the side wall, 1-on-0, and he will find the top left. The lead extends to 4.
Josephus, in terms of this touch, trying to bring the ball downfield, but then also trying to boom it as well. Then also trying to get to the ball first. but not really knowing where to put it, ends up putting it off his sidewall, and now Rapid Champion's not in that net or not in that center field position. So it's just easily giving away possession to Sci-Fi to score off of. You have to be careful, even if you are getting to the ball first, you gotta think 2 steps ahead, what best benefits your team off of your next touch.
Josephus just going to scamper all the way back to his corner, stolen away by Rapid. We've seen him take it out on a dribble a few times this series. He's done an all right job of making people miss, but it's just his ability to get that pass out in the center after he makes that first guy miss that's been the problem for him. And actually, he's going to give a little bit of a love tap out to Josephus as well, and Sci-Fi again, big whiff. Chance for the Wolves to recover again.
Oh.
Down and across, follow through, big Q, shut down.
You have to be very careful in terms of just really clear the ball. Almost got scored on again from the clear by Joseph. Sent to the sidewall. You saw Sci-Fi go into the air, try to make a touch from it earlier. This time, Rapid Champion was there. But, yeah, another big area, at least in terms of defense, is just being able to effectively clear the ball. There's a shot. Oh, there's a nice, epic save, I should say.
Yeah, definitely right on the line. Joseph is narrowly able to get that nose on it. And now with the final minute, it's going to be for pride's sake as that one also goes wide.
Oh, no!
And it's a breakaway, cut left, right. It's going to get stolen away, and I hurt for the Wolves.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so unfortunate. Again, they get a shot opportunity. It seems as though it's in the bag. Josephus goes up for it, off the post. And then you have Rapid Champion with a decent follow-up. It's a great follow-up from him. Just loses the 50-50 to Big Dog. And then after that, it's a done deal. Feels bad, man.
Yes. To a T. That is the last couple of games for the Wolves. Feels bad, man. Oh, so close. So many opportunities to be successful and coming up just short. Big halfway point of the season. This is week 5, and again, out in front of that, the Wolves, like we were talking about, so desperately needing a good performance here versus the Canes. It was going to be a tough battle. They had so many chances. I mean, they honestly played some pretty solid Rocket League. Their only real shortcoming, apart from a few double commits on defense and maybe some over-aggression on offense, was really just finishing the job as they got right in front of that net. This definitely had the potential to be an incredibly close series, but that is going to wrap things up. The Hurricanes will take the 4-1 win as that one down in front. And Big QRL and Sci-Fi take down Champion and Josephus.
Yeah, a great performance from the Hurricanes. They had the backing of most people for fantasy points and predictions throughout the entirety of the series. Like we said, it was 85% of people going predicting that the Hurricanes were going to win this match. And the Wolves, though, they came up and had a pretty impressive showing. They looked like they were getting things under control. We saw Josephus really step up, and Rapid Champion and they both had multiple opportunities. That was our big thing for them, that they had multiple opportunities, and the fact that they weren't able to knock it down, and the Hurricanes were able to come and basically score these easy goals. All they had to do was just let the Wolves go on offense. At the point in the matches, they knew that the Wolves, yeah, we can let them go on offense because they haven't been hitting shots. They'll overcommit. We can bring the ball downfield and score, and it worked out for them multiple times.
Yeah, for sure. Well, with that is going to wrap up all the streams of week number 5 here at the MLD Network, as tomorrow on Showdown Sunday, and do not believe we have anything scheduled to be broadcast. So that is going to wrap things up for the broadcast for the week. We hope you've enjoyed it. You've had 3 matches here on Primetime Saturday, the 4-1, courtesy of the Puffins and Flames in favor of the Flames. And, of course, game number 2, which was the Blizzard and Tigers, which was a big reverse sweep, a great show up by the Tigers. Started off the series bit of a rough fashion, came back, got aggressive out of the midfield, and of course here the 4-1 in favor of the Canes over the Wolves. A tough time finishing the job, but that is going to wrap things up for us here. We hope you've enjoyed your stay at MLD Network. We're going to throw it to a little bit of music. We're going to find somebody to host. I've been Daz. I don't know which way's been Daz, but whichever way he's facing,
he's
on that side. That's been Daz.
And that's been in the Chiefs. No, he's this way. He's this way. That's been the
Okay.
Chiefs.
Okay. And of course, thank you so much to Inanimate J and all the MLD staff who run things so smoothly for us behind the scenes. We hope you'd enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.